I'm Susan Rushton, as you can see, and this is Muse. This is the one where I talk about the muses, which are those delighted by art who make communities better by urging and applauding art of all kinds. And the 8 muses, decades, thousands years ago, were the goddesses of science and the arts. My guest today is a person who I've been involved with for years. We are of the same age, and we are both, therefore, of the same aged, and yet here we are having a good time. So let me introduce you. This is Sharon Watson Hamilton.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm just fine.
All right.
As well as I can be.
As well as we can be. Yes, we'll say that.
And how are you?
I'm excellent.
As well as you
can be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty
And
much it.
here we are, and we're laughing already. And that's no problem. And it happens all the time. You are aware of Sharon, I'm sure, because Phil and she have been working together for how long?
I think we've been working together 3 years in terms of AAUW's
Okay.
ACTV.
Okay.
Yeah.
AAUW, ACTV. We are involved deeply in ACTV, Auburn Community. Auburn
Community Television. Yeah.
Yes, but AAUW.
Oh, yes, that's harder.
American Association of University Women, and which also includes men. And if you are interested, let's see, the branch website, auburn-ca.aauw.net. That's the branch website, and it's information and delightful. And we would, if you're woman or man, we would be delighted to have you with us because we help women. Okay, but you are you started with AAUW for AAUW for us,
right?
ACTV 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
you insisted.
I think you should do it, and you would be wonderful. And
yes, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, you were wonderful to say that because I wasn't sure, but I have learned to absolutely adore what we do on this show, sharing information with the community, and it's a delightful time. So.
What is so delightful about it? What do you?
Oh gosh, you weren't supposed to ask that. That's not on the questionnaire. It's not on the list. No, I don't know. I'm not athletic. I've retired, so you kind of lose your meaning in life. At least I did, and so it's just been kind of an avocation that I didn't expect, and so it's been fun to talk with people and share thoughts and. Just like what you do. You do it 3 times a month.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. And I mean, it's just a cool way to connect with people and get the voice of our community out there, the voice of our organization out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if she can do it, if we can do it, you can do it.
No, don't tell them that. Then we'll lose our job.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Forget I said that. So, and you also have started another thing with you. This is called Inside City Hall.
That's correct.
With Sharon Rabe, the city manager. How long have you been doing that?
We've only been doing that a few months. We've only had about 3 shows, I think. And he's the city manager of Auburn, California, and he is delightful to talk to. So it got started. Just to give you a brief history. I wanted to do a second show because I was enjoying the AAUW one so much, and I was, and I really, my vision was to get a young person, like a 20-year-old, and I had this one gal in mind, and I thought, let's bridge the gap. Is kind of that's where my head was going at the time, and I thought, talk to a young person, how they think about what's going on, and I always have a political bent or a 49er bent, whichever one you want to. And so I thought, well, a young person's ideas and thoughts and why they think that or where they get their information would be such a cool show. Unfortunately, the young lady I had in mind, she just didn't want to do it. She didn't want to put her, and I kind of understood this as I don't particularly, I won't say I won't care, but it's not as much an issue if I say something egregious that's going to come back to haunt me when I'm 90. That's not a horrible thing. But if I was 20, sounding off, and the wrong person got a hold of it or whatever, and it comes back to haunt you, it could be an issue. I saw that. And although I so wanted to do that show, I just thought bridging the gap, and how many times do we go, I don't understand what young people think, and I just wanted to do that. So anyway, in that journey, so I was telling Phil I was a little disappointed. And he said, well, what about something with Auburn? Because I do have that political side of me, I guess I should say.
You do?
I do. Somebody once said you should have 20 years with the post office, 20 years with radiation oncology, and 20 years in politics. And I sort of have done that track. The political one was through the fire board, but regardless. So Phil came up with this idea, maybe we should talk about the city of Auburn, and I said that'd be great. And so then we approached Sharon, and it kind of went off from there. He decided it was a good idea as well, just to get another avenue of information. I think that's really how I want to put it, and so that's how it got started.
Now, can you feel well enough with him to ask questions that might be?
Yeah, I do. I feel very comfortable. It became comfortable after the first show, really, I felt. And what we do right before, kind of similar to what we just did, I kind of go over, is there anything I can't ask you? Or I'll email a few days before, let's talk about this, what do you think? Or he'll, so we kick back a few ideas before we start. And then we just kind of go from there. And usually if I say, well, can I ask this? And he'll go, no, don't do that. Or he'll
Why
say,
not?
yeah, I know, really. No, and I say, okay, but how about this? And so we kind of work around being very comfortable with each other, but kind of checking it out first. And I even think we went so far as if I went off the rails on camera, that there was going to be like a code word, like let me think about that, and then we wouldn't go into it if he was uncomfortable or whatever. Okay. So yeah, we've got some stop gaps in there too, but I think I either put a disclaimer on things that I might say, or I have filtered enough to go, no, that's just not appropriate. Might be at the bar, but not here. So anyway, that's how I work that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you had two deeply important, maybe three, but two deeply important jobs. The first one up here was what?
Well, I came to California right after I graduated from high school, and I told my mom told me I had 90 days to get work or I had to come home. So all through the summer I was out by the pool or applying for jobs that first summer of '67. And I got on day 89, I answered an ad to work at Yosemite because all the kids from college went back to college. And so there were openings to clean the tents and that kind of thing. And the one job I did not ever want to do, nor have I ever done, was waitressing food.
Okay.
I didn't want the little fat girl to be around food. So that was the the deal? So anyway, I started working at Yosemite and for a month, and then I got called up while I was there. I got called up to the post office and started that in October.
Up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's up here.
Yeah, up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how long did you work at the
post office? Oh gosh. I thought I'd only last a couple weeks, and 20 years later, I finally walked out the door. 20 years. I worked, 17 and then part-time.
Did you enjoy it?
Sometimes. Going through it, if my memory is true, I did not like it. But I have to say, it allowed a couple things, and I'm very grateful for it. So in retrospect, I did. It allowed me to go to school, because I worked nights most of the time, or swing shift.
College.
College, yeah. And that was another criteria my mom, my brother is only 10 months behind me, and my dad had passed away, so my mom was he was the baby left in the house, and I said, Mom, keep your money for college for Pete, because at that time I felt that was more important for the guy, and I still do actually. Don't listen to AEW. So anyway, I think we do our men a disservice actually by ignoring that fact. But anyway, so I said back in '67, I said, Mom, you keep your money, get Pete through school. I think that's more important. I said, I will take care of myself. I had an older sister that went to college for about a year and a half and then got married and never finished. And I think my mom might have been still paying those bills. But anyway, I said, Mom, I'll take care of myself. And I'm the only one of the three that graduated from college. So I did take care of myself. Okay. But the post office allowed that because I could go to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I could have classes in the morning. And so that was a gift that was not appreciated at the time, and certainly appreciated now. Yeah. So. Yeah.
And so when you left the post office, where did you go?
Well, that wasn't a straight line necessarily. My first husband and I moved to the Bay Area. And in doing so, I asked for a transfer in the post office. So I went from Sacramento to Los Gatos post office. They had an opening, and I started work there. And
I didn't realize I didn't know so much about her. I didn't know this.
Well, we don't all talk about what happened, right? But anyway, so I was down in Los Gatos, and then I go through my dark period, I have to say, where I got divorced. We were divorced, and I was kind of footloose and fancy free. I was still going to San Jose State, but like one class a semester, I kind of, was having more fun than that. But anyway, and then
I've been there.
Yeah. So then I remarried and finished San Jose State. I graduated from there. And in doing so, I started working at El Viso Post Office. If anybody knows where El Viso is, at the end of the bay, right at the end of San Jose on 237. I don't even think the town's there anymore. I think it flooded out or something. But anyway, and so I worked part-time. I would go there and work and then go to school during the day, and then at the night go back and sort P.O. Box mail. So it was a friend of mine worked there, and I worked part-time and went to school full-time in that scenario because my Jerry, my husband at that time, still, was the breadwinner, if you will, and so I could flip-flop from going to school part-time to full-time. And I went to Foothill College after I graduated my 4-year, and I went back to a junior college and got my science degree in radiation therapy and treating cancer patients. And so then from there, I got a job in Sacramento, so that's when we moved back here.
Okay.
So my 20 years is 17 full-time, 3 part-time years with the post office, and finally quit to come up here for radiation oncology.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, place. What your first one was?
Post office.
Post office.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their second big one was
radiation therapy.
And neither of those has anything to do with art. At the same time,
yeah.
I one of the things I admire about you is that you have these ideas. You have wonderful ideas.
Yeah.
That just pang, they just come up, and these are what you want and you suggest. And when I think about, well, everybody thinks about things.
Yeah.
Everybody has good ideas, if like, for example, if I want to paint something, I have to look at this color, this color, this color, this color, and paint it something, and then look at it the next day. Mm-hmm. You know exactly what color to do. You have a way of thinking and fixing things.
I don't know. You've always said that. I'm not so sure. You've always said that. I do kind of. So to play into all this, yes, those are science degrees and mechanical things. Of course, caring for people is what I love the best, and I always
caring people,
caring for
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
I always felt I did 30 years of that, and I think that's what I would say my best legacy is. But in the meantime, to keep square, if you will, I sold Longaberger baskets, or I took a graphic arts class. I took writing classes. I wanted
writing classes from whom?
I did that from you. It was just wonderful, and but I wanted to bring balance to my life. It couldn't all be. You can't tap yourself out, which is really what I like doing at work. My belief was to help people through the journey of a horrible thing that railroaded them, right? And so to balance that out, I went towards the more ideas, the arts, the more creative side of me that was never tapped into. Yeah. So, and I found there that I loved graphic arts, but I didn't. Because I don't love the computer, sorry. It's the old art.
You don't?
Yeah, I know. And so the old way of doing things certainly went out the window, and people do most everything on the computer, and so you had to learn that skill, and I wasn't great at that. But, and I used to always laugh, and I still do, I can't do this on the computer, I can't do this on the computer. But I could run a linear accelerator. I don't know. Something wrong in that picture. Yeah.
But I want to go around a little bit. I want, because I have it right here in my head. Okay. And I want to say it. And you are the person who writes more notes.
My thank you notes.
You write notes. You write notes, and I don't write notes. I yell.
You write notes too. I've seen you write notes. It's a skill that's going away for sure. I just think it's fun, and supports the post office. Come on, let's be fair. I'm an advocate for the post office, and
it's a pleasure. It is a pleasure to have something like that. Arrive. Yeah. When all I mostly get is stuff. You need to give me money.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe I should start putting that on the. You'd be used to it, right? But I do like that, and I like. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but I try to match the stamp with whatever I'm doing. So if I'm sending a thank you note, I use a thank you stamp, or if I'm sending. I know, just kind of. I know, it's kind of fun. Lovely. Or if it's just a note to cheer somebody up, I'll do flowers or, So I try to match again, promoting the post office and stamps and whatever.
And you have lots of, because I call you a muse. You have all these things in your house that you come around.
Oh yeah.
It's just. You have a good eye.
I think I do.
Yes.
And I don't know where that comes from. I'm a science muse, not necessarily an art muse, but I like things that look pretty.
Something has happened.
Yeah, I like things that are pretty, or I like things that I've picked up in an art class, or see something. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that. I like colors. I like to work with, like you alluded to, painting or seeing a room. I can see a room and how it might look if you use blue and greens.
Yes.
And the theme is oceans. Okay, it's land and sea. You know, I can see those kinds of things, so it's kind of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And I'm also amused, not amused.
You are amused
I'm
amused.
I'm not amused.
You're both of those things.
I'm impressed that when you are annoyed, you say it.
I do.
I'm often, I just shut up. But you do not shut up.
Because you use the grace of manners, not just out there. And I'm so impressed by you. Because you have a good attitude towards things, and you don't get as flustered as I do.
Well, but you are willing to be annoyed.
Yeah,
You are,
I think.
and I am grateful for that.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I don't know.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and I like.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now on your TV show. I'm impressed that impresses you. What? Because it's not such a great trait.
Okay.
But I appreciate you for saying that.
Yeah.
So it's real sweet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. You. Okay. Well,
have we gone through my life? Is it already over?
I don't know. No, I don't think it's over.
I don't think it's over.
So let's talk about, just because you're going to talk about Trivia Bee
At some
and your
point.
other show.
Yeah.
But Trivia Bee is coming up in March 28th.
Okay.
What is Trivia Bee?
This year, the theme?
Next year.
Or next year. Yeah, it is. It's still 20. See? She's so good.
It's going to be 2026. 2026.
2026. I told everybody they should get married February 26th, 26, because then it'd be 2/26, 2/26. That's just my creative being. Get married that day. Anyway, yes, the bee is in March, the end of March, March 28th, and the theme this year is creatures large and small. So it's animals and birds and
Meow.
creatures. Yeah. Anything creaturey. And I don't have that much to do with it. I'm still a little bit on the committee because I'll help decorate. Because that's what I love to do.
She has a little bit of to do because she's going to be decorating.
Yeah.
You're just saying that.
Well,
Of course, but you are not just doing
well,
those
I
things.
hope that's the gist of it.
You hope, but you are a decorator.
Well, that's the part I like. So it's not. That's why it's a just, because it's easy for me. Where I was on with teams and what you did, oh my goodness, that was work. And so Gayla, a shout out to you because you're taking over the duty of getting teams, and everybody else out there that wants to be on a team about little critters, come on board. But yeah, decorating's fun, and I probably, should I give it? No, I won't give anything away right now.
No,
but I just will say animal crackers might be in the future. Don't you think I should have animal crackers around the table? I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
Creatures
Okay.
great and small. Anyway.
So the teams of 3, and it's still $300.
I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
It's not my call, but I think they should increase it. It's been that for 15 years, and this is our 12th B, but it's 15 years because we had a couple years off for COVID years. But so I think it needs to be increased because everything's increasing exponentially.
Yes.
But we'll see what the committee comes up with. That's not my call.
All right.
Yeah.
But the reason for the Trivia Bee is to get money for one thing, get people involved in AAUW, also to have a good time.
Yeah.
Especially to have a good time, but even more, the work we do for AAUW is to raise money for scholarships for local women and girls.
Yeah.
And we've been having a wonderful time
Yep.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of that money can also go for Tech Trek scholarships and help on that.
And what's Tech Trek?
Tech Trek is the STEM program for young ladies between 7th and 8th grade. They go off to UC campuses throughout the state, and usually ours are at UC Davis, but we've had some up at Sonoma, I think Sonoma State. But anyway, and it what's the word when you're immersed? You're immersed for a week of STEM programs, which is science, technology. What's the E?
I don't know.
Engineering and math, I think, something like that. And then if you change it to STEAM, because we're talking about Muse, science and art, it's STEAM. The A is added for art.
Okay.
But the STEM program is that.
Okay.
And so it's young women, but it's got a price tag to it too. But we try to send as many girls as we think we can. Because what an experience. They take their phones away from them and immerse them in all these cool projects. And between 7th and 8th grade, I think that's an impressionable time.
Yes.
You know, so I think that's fun.
Yes.
That's a fun time. As well as re-entry into Sierra College is our scholarships. And then, of course, our high school scholarships for young women.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, that's really what we're all about, I think, is education and equity for young ladies.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Now, we are both, I guess we're both muses.
Oh, you definitely are.
Thank you.
Much so.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not alone.
No, you're not alone.
And I'm happy that you're with me. I'm also happy. I'm happy that you are. I know. I'm sorry that you have a walking problem.
I do.
And you've had a walking problem. I think for.
Well, it's, that's a convoluted history, but yeah, I had some collapsed feet. I had this, that, and the other thing, and then I had back surgery. And the back surgery I felt was good, but my knee decided to join the party, and so that set the back moving forward. And I'll never forget the surgeon who moved to Indiana, by the way. And he said, well, if I'd known your knee was going to do that, I would never have done surgery. And I'm going, what does that mean? Don't tell me that now. It's a little late. But regardless, I'm having difficulty. I've had every doctor look at every individual body part, and they're all, oh, that's good. This x-ray's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, why can't I walk? And then the criteria also, and I love the medical field. Don't forget, 30 years of it. And but one of their basic criteria is how much pain are you in? Well, everything hurts to some degree, but I'm not in drastic pain in anything particular. I mean, I may be on any given day. But regardless, I think my back surgery, I have come out of that maybe not as balanced, certainly has been affected. And I'm working on it, though. I haven't quite given up. And in terms of walking in the morning with my sticks and trying to keep involved, even though it's limiting. But yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer to not have good health, and you have to take responsibility. I've always eaten right. I've done the right thing. Maybe not. So anyway, but I'm here and I'm good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm the reason I'm not talking about this because I to be instead. You have this pain, and yet you are working. You are happy. You are eager. You're you're a wonderful person.
You are so sweet to say all that, but I have to add a little clarification. I might be all that till 4 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And then at 4, it kind of stops and goes downhill after
All right.
that. I'm just
Okay.
saying. Anyway, good
All
for
right.
you, Noah.
Okay. This is Sharon Watson Hamilton, and I'm Susan Rushton, and I'm happy to talk.
And we're good friends.
Yes,
Take care of one
yes,
another.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.